Team skills for process improvement. Unit 2 of 8, communication skills, part 7 of 7. Intuitive thinkers, the architects and visionaries. Intuitive thinkers have the following characteristics. 1. See patterns and possibilities. Intuitive thinkers may be thought of as the architects and visionaries. They live in the light of the mind. 2. Are perfectionists. As practicing perfectionists, they cannot tolerate incompetence, especially their own. 3. Like to develop capabilities. Intuitive thinkers like to develop a storehouse of capabilities and often choose jobs in physical science research, computers, technical work, and engineering. 4. Can be perceived as arrogant. Their weakness is that they can be perceived as being arrogant. 5. Are spontaneously critical. They have a tendency to be spontaneously critical of others' ideas. Intuitive thinkers only make up about 12% of the population. Intuitive with feeling, the catalysts. Those who are intuitive with feeling are known as the catalysts. Catalysts exhibit the following characteristics. 1. Desire for self-knowledge. Catalysts have a tremendous desire for self-knowledge. 2. Becoming is everything. To a catalyst, the goal is becoming. They often choose jobs in behavioral science, research, teaching, art, and music. 3. Like transmitting ideas and attitudes. Catalysts enjoy transmitting ideas and attitudes and enjoy bringing out the best in themselves and others. 4. Create dependencies. Their weakness is that they tend to create dependencies. Like the intuitive thinker, they make up about 12% of the population. Sensing with judgment, the traditionalists. Those who combine sensing with judgment are known as the traditionalists. They exhibit the following characteristics. 1. Value honesty, integrity, fairness, etc. Traditionalists value traits such as responsibility, loyalty, honesty, integrity, and fairness. 2. Are good at managing day-to-day operations. They are very good at and enjoy managing day-to-day operations. 3. Are realistic about errors and shortages. These are the people with balanced checkbooks. Number 4. Are down to earth. They are down to earth and have a tremendous desire to belong, but feel they have to earn the privilege. 5. Tend to do things the same way. Traditionalists have a tendency to do things in a certain way because they have always been done this way. This can be a drawback in an organizational culture that values innovation. Traditionalists often choose jobs in business, education, and service occupations, such as secretarial work, banking, civil service, and the military. They make up 38% of the population. Sensing with perceptions, the troubleshooters. Those who sense with perception are known as the troubleshooters. They exhibit the following characteristics. 1. Live for action. Their style is perfectly characterized by the expression, go for it. 2. Like to respond to impulse. Troubleshooters are impulsive and may be attracted to sports like hang gliding and automobile racing. 3. Work well in a crisis. They respond well in crisis situations and may be good at negotiating. 4. Tend to get bored easily. Their weakness is that they have a propensity to get bored easily. Sensing with perception, people often choose jobs involving humans against the forces of nature, such as firefighting or professional sports. This group makes up about 38% of the population. The value of exploring your personality type is so that you understand yourself better, how you prefer to take in information, how you prefer to structure your world, on what basis you prefer to make decisions. Can you see how your preferences affect how you communicate and how you interact within a group? If you have a team where everyone clearly prefers perceiving, will your team jump to solutions? Probably not. In fact, it will probably be difficult to get this team to make decisions. If your team has 4 perceiving people and 1 strong judging person, how much frustration do you think the judging person will feel? Probably great frustration. He or she will be saying, "Come on, let's get on with this." What about a team that has 4 thinking persons and 1 feeling person? Who will tend to be the negotiator? Probably the lone feeling decision maker. The point is this: understanding these characteristics in people help you structure your approach to get the best outcome and counter negative effects. Here are some examples. If we have ESJ buses, we know any, any change in schedule is going to bother them. Since these people are extroverts, they will be vocal in expressing how this makes them feel. We might use the hit and run approach. Open the door, tell them the change, close the door while they grumble, and then proceed. If we know the bosses are introverted intuitives, we might want to give them a point paper that they can read and think about it before we ask them for a decision. We'd also be careful to allow them time to mull things over. Understanding preferences will help you to recognize and appreciate the unique gifts each individual has to offer a group. All preferences are valuable and needed. In fact, studies have shown that groups with a balance of types are more effective in decision making and problem solving than groups that are stacked with certain types. Here is one final caution. This material has to be used very carefully. Remember, people generally exhibit preferences, but they may not always behave according to type. Summary. In this unit, we looked at elements of communication: sender, receiver, message, and feedback. 2. How to give and receive constructive feedback. 3. Temperament and its impact on communication. Next presentation will be about Unit 3, team roles and relationship.